Friends, welcome to you all. Today let us discuss on map symbolization. Maps are graphic representation of the real world and a way of communicating spatially related information about the world we live in. Map makers have classified map products into two broad categories that reflects these two concepts in the form of reference maps and thematic maps. Reference maps are a representation of features such as rivers, lakes, roads, topography, cities, villages, etc. Thematic maps are maps which focus on features and display its spatial pattern accurately. The example demonstrates the variation in life expectancy, that is in years, in Africa and proportion of Southern Europe and the Middle East. Map symbolization. The graphic language that we use to represent information about the world, whether it is thematic or referential, consists of points, lines and area symbols. Point symbols can take the form of dots, circles, letters, icons, pie graphs and represent the locations of features, depict relative magnitude. Line symbols take the form of lines, dot strings, double lines, contours, hatched lines and represent linear elements such as roads, streams, etc. Area symbols take the form of shading, coloring, cross hatching and dot patterns and represent features such as uniform regions, identify areas with common traits to identify areas, entities, that is counties, states, etc. Map symbolization examples. Point symbol data can be used to show the distribution of cities in a particular country. Graduated point symbols can be used to represent increasing magnitude such as city population. Graduated line symbols can be used to depict size and significance such as road networks. Area symbols can be used to depict qualitative variations between areas on a map such as the different states. Map symbolization is the characters, letters or similar graphic representations used on a map to indicate an object or characteristics in the real world. Some of the cognitive issues. There are many cognitive issues involved in the cartographic process and symbolization. Some people may perceive certain objects differently from others. So, cartographers try not to use symbols that could be easily confused. For example, red and blue are universally known to depict hot and cold. In cartography, the principles of cognition are important since they explain why certain map symbols work. In the past, map makers did not care why they worked. This behaviorist view treats the human brain like a black box. Modern cartographers are curious why certain symbols are the most effective. This should help develop a theoretical basis for how brains recognize symbols and in turn provide a platform for creating new symbols.